So, hi, my name is Amanda Rourke, and I was guided by this light in the night. I wasn't sure which direction to go, and originally I was pretty pissed off by the person who was ever driving around in circles in the fog, but I now realise sometimes we need a guiding light in the fog, in the darkness. And right now, there haven't been many leaders guiding with the light in mind. The thing is, it's not about a leader guiding others. Sometimes it's just a spark of light that one shows another, who then shows another, who then shows another. And all of a sudden, those tiny grains of sand, of light, become a beach because of conscious creation of what is beauty and light from each being that is from God's source. So at this time, somewhere before dawn, as I've driven through the night, I saw the turn off to the War Memorial lookout near Goulburn, or at Goulburn. I haven't seen the lighthouse this far west before, near the Hume. I haven't really seen a lighthouse besides the ones in Caloundra. They used to move and then all of a sudden disappear. The old all of a sudden goes. My enjoyed conversation today in another historic town was a beautiful woman of grace and compassion. And she shared with me the stories of how German civilians in Australia were basically captured so that they couldn't share information back home. It's interesting hearing the stories from the people that lived them and whose legacy lives on from those who've come from them, because soldiers know that peace only comes from pushing back and saying no more to coercion, to control, and to force to conform. There's another C word I could use for this country, but the word I'm going to use is conscious creation. Well, the words I'm using are conscious creation. And perhaps Christ conscious energy as well. Not Christ consciousness. Because if you think you are Jesus in your consciousness, then you are choosing to be a leader, not the meek. I've heard stories from the Bible from many religions. I've sat with Jehovah's Witnesses in the past few days. I've spoken to Muslim men who sometimes practice. They go to church, every couple of weeks, but they know what they do for the people around them in that community, that it's not the same as the community they came from. So to practice their full belief, it's almost laughed at here. On the Sunshine Coast, a long-term truck operator hadn't locked his crane down and he took out a bridge. Every ill-educated person on the Sunshine Coast called him a towelhead. The unfortunate thing is that those fools were a rhetoric of idiocy that starts with buying Temu crap and saying, oh, it's just another China. Yes, it is just another China, and I have been there and seen the smog being turned off. Everything you buy from Kmart, everything you buy from Bunnings, everything you buy from Woolworths, everything you buy that says made in China is being pumped out, and we are feeding that economy. Start looking for made in Australia. Start buying quality that will last. Buy yourself an Akubra today rather than another bottle of rum from Bundaberg. Or drive to Bundaberg and go see the rum distillery, right? Stop being so greedy so consumeristic, and so disrespectful for the men and women who fought for this great country, and stop fighting about which minority is greater. My gosh, we are all the same. Enough of it. Alright, this guiding light's telling me it's time to go because I'm getting cranky and tired, so you're going to hear more from me, and yeah, hopefully you've seen this guiding light tonight and seen it shine bright, seen it in a different light, and understand that you need to know where someone comes from to know who they are today. The end.